O Muslim of the whole world, wake up and be aware of what is happening today. Why we are still lazy, why we are still neglectful of the pleasure of this world. O Muslim, open your eyes and look at the people now. Where are we? Are we still calm and relaxed with the problem nowadays? Relax while they are fighting their ideology. Rest again and again. Do we forget the purpose of our creation? O Muslim, open your ears. Have you not heard the ridicule about the holy verses of the Quran? Are we still want to keep quiet and silent? Darwin's theory, materialist assumption about our origin. This ideology seems try to degrade human beings, to make human weak and despicable, to distance human beings from their original purpose. Why don't we wake up and defend that we are the most beautiful and supreme creation, originally from the birth of the world, burned like the white cloth given akal to judge good and bad, from and created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with love and affection. Because of that, the creation of the world served to help man carry out of his daily affairs. O Muslim, be aware, we have a rule. Our creation is intended. Quran has narrated the origin and purpose of our creation. Rise up and defend that the fact. O Muslim, strengthen your heart. The world is now challenging. Don't take it easy. Our fun-loving attitude has given a rise to various contemporary problems such as liberalism. Humans now are confused, skeptical, and easily influenced. O Muslim, this is your duty as Ubudiyah and Khilafah. Guide people, show them the truth and the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here is the chance to get the Jannah. Remember, don't miss it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Next is the causal of liberalism. As we know, liberalism originated and expanded in Malaysia through a variety of ways and channels, including the internet, publication linked to liberalism imported from overseas, and the individual who brought this heresy into the country. As a result, the lack of a strong understanding of Aqidah in society will facilitate the growth of this liberal ideology, which is based only on common sense logic. As a result, there is a possibility to kejumudan fiqh. The capability of local scholars to access legislation based on available knowledge is one of the examples that frequently take place around us. This is because some groups have become fixated on the Shafi'i school's interpretation of fiqh. Therefore, it is difficult for them to accept the viewpoints of other schools. Moreover, another factor that leads to liberalism is extreme behavior. How extreme behavior can lead a person to be liberal when a person cannot control his or her attitude mentally and physically, which can cause them to think to escape and liberate their thoughts. This happens because from the perspective of a person with extreme behavior, they feel what they are thinking is the right thought. Because of this, many scholars misinterpret the truth of Islam, the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad SAW. They consequently think that everything in the Quran is the sole product of Muhammad's thinking. Because of this, these fanatics act irrationally and only on the basis of their emotions. Therefore, the purpose of Allah creating us to give advice and rebuke those who are in error and those who walk in choosing the path of life. We should understand the purpose of our life and understand our origins to prevent us from straying from the right path. This is one of the love of Muslim is can make. The main factor of liberalism can be rejected from the beginning if we understand our responsibilities to other Muslims.
So basically, we human are created with akal, and akal is a big part of ni'mah that Allah has provided for each of human to maximize its uses on this universe for the sake of good things. However, if we let our uncontrolled desire and individuality ideologies or theories take place our akal, then the issue such as liberalism is an example show that we have misused the ni'mah that Allah has provided on a wrong path. So to overcome this issue, it is a must for us to ensure that all our thinking, our observation, analyze regarding something must be in line with all the intentions of Al-Quran. Al-Quran is a true guidance and it guides our akal to dignify and to understand the true knowledge, because through this true knowledge it helps us to lead ourselves to differ between good and bad, instead of merely based on own perception and assumptions or any theories, because human mind is very limited. Part of that, Al-Quran help us or help our akal to think rationally, because we already have a fixed proof regarding something, and Al-Quran also help to tame our desires in order to help combating any radical thinking or any radical ideologies that are contrast with Islamic law. So as long as Muslims stick to Al-Quran and its understanding, so we can together vanish the ideologies that can harm the image of Islam to another people.
Our last subtopic is Al-Quran resolve the confusion of ummah issues. Al-Quran is a guide in life that can be used as medicine for those who have a disease in their heart. It contains the laws of worship, morality, social, economic and business, criminal, political and government. The application of Islamic laws has kept Muslims and mankind away from multidimensional crises. According to Benar News Malaysia's website, in 2019, there is a group named Sisters in Islam, SIS, who was established in 1988 to fight for several issues, such as ending underage marriage, circumcision on women and equal rights in Islamic marriage. The original objective of the SIS was to demand gender equality, freedom, justice and dignity in Islam. Since its inception, SIS has received much criticism from religious conservatives. Based on the case, we can see that if we do not understand and deepen the contents of the Quran truly and correctly, we will question and deny all the laws contained in the Quran. One of the women's rights she fought for was the female share in the division of inheritance. According to the Mufti, the son's share is more than double that of the daughter's share. And it also does not mean that there is no justice for daughters, but justice is seen when women are not required to support their husbands. Finally, we quote a piece of Qur'anic verse, the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which states that whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has determined or created upon his servants must have wisdom, not to be in vain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Did you think that we had created you in play without any purpose, and that you will not be brought back to us?" Surah Al-Mu'minun 118 verse 115. To conclude, Al-Quran and As-Sunnah is a guide that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided to human beings for us to learn and apply in our daily lives. We as the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must use the intellect that has been endowed to shape our lives with things that comply with Islamic Sharia and not just based on lust alone. The issue of liberalism is a big and heavy issue. We as Muslims must play a very important role and also be responsible in spreading the true and authentic Islamic ideology.
In conclusion, the voice of freedom is frequently heard in relation to humanity, women's rights, the freedom of the press, speech and religion, as well as other demands for their interests all over the world. Muslims itself are still confused of what is freedom really means from an Islamic standpoint. The typical definition of freedom is the ability to act however one wishes, regardless of whether doing so is against human values or religious law. Here is the role of the government and the Islamic scholar to clarify the true meaning of freedom according to the Islamic perspective. Because of that, the purpose of human beings was created on the earth to be ubudiyah and khilafah as stated in the Quran. Together we created the better world and prevent liberalism, an ideology that contradicts to Quran. Inshallah. That's all from us. Thank you.